Alright, how y'all doing out there? This is Pete over at SWRC, Southwest Rod and Custom. Now what we're doing, we're putting this 1966 truck back together. This is our grandpa truck that we've had here for a couple years now. And we're starting to reassemble it because we're done painting it. Thank God, huh? But what we're doing here, we're putting this front grill shell back on the car. And before we do that, what we want to do is make sure that all of our threaded slots are cleaned out for our nuts and bolts to go on properly. That's a very important step because once you start putting them old bolts on and all these holes are full of paint and slop and they've been sandblasted, this, that, and the other, what's going to happen is it might cross thread itself, it might break a bolt in there, so it's very important to always clean those out before you put everything back together.
Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
Now what we're going to use to clean those threads out, we're going to use a tap, which is right here. This is a 5/16 tap. Now you can buy these in sets or you can buy them individual. And they also make a similar situation that looks like this called a thread chaser, which is basically a tap, but it cleans out the threads. A tap is mainly used so when you drill a hole and then you want to start new threads in it, that's what the tap's for, whereas a thread chaser would be for a similar situation like this that's already got threads already tapped out, and then you come back with your thread chaser and clean the threads off. But this here will work just as fine. This is a 5/16 tap, and what we're going to do, we're going to go all the way around and we're going to clean out these threaded holes, you might call them, and get all the paint out and all of the sandblasting primers, this, that, and the other, to make sure that everything goes back together properly. Now before you use your tap or your thread chaser, you always want to take some WD-40 and go ahead and just not even squirt it on there, just kind of get it wet, just like you see right here. And then you can go ahead and start chasing the threads with your tap or your thread chaser. Make sure that you use the proper threaded tap. What I'm trying to say here is don't use a 3/8 threaded tap for a 5/16 hole. You want to make sure that you use the proper thread chaser / tap for the threaded hole that you're cleaning out. And all we're doing once again is just cleaning these out so they won't be cross threaded when we put them all back together, this, that, and the other. And then we'll also go ahead and get these holes as well that are running down the sides of the vehicle where the fenders bolt on, and make sure that those are cleaned out also. Doing this right here is going to save yourself a lot of time, a lot of anguish, and a lot of suffering as far as hollering and screaming, bitching and complaining because the bolt has cross-threaded itself or it ain't going in properly, this, that, or the other. So that's a very important step on doing this the right way. And there you go. Once you got all that done, now you're ready to start installing all your body parts back onto the vehicle with ease, with no situations at all, and the solution has been found to make sure that you do it right. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, keeping my tap handy for situations like this. We'll see you later and we'll be back.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.